For the last couple of weeks, my fiancée, 28 female, has been upset because I refused to take time off to go out. She'd been complaining about my work and grad school for a while now, but I'm busy. I work 5 days a week plus school, and I'm also in the final stages of my thesis submission. I just simply do not have time. We're also on a tight budget, so going out to somewhere she prefers would be too much financial strain at the moment. Yesterday, we had another row, and she let it slip that she's been with someone else the previous week because I was acting like a child. It was like being slapped. We continued to argue for nearly an hour until she disclosed the truth about a co-worker at her part-time job. She works at a coffee shop 3 days a week. Over the past 2 months, it appeared she had begun an emotional affair with a barista at the restaurant. This started with him giving her compliments and being present every time she was around. It progressed to them having lunch together and then venting about my unavailability to him. Then last week, they had sex in our car. My car that she pays absolutely nothing to. I was seething inside, but I remained calm outside. I went to our room and packed all her stuff I could grab into garbage bags. Then I loaded them into the trunk of my car. She kept asking where I was going, saying stuff like I was a coward and running away. I told her I wasn't leaving my house. She was. This left her stunned. I pushed her out and she tried to push past me to enter the house, but I prevented her by shutting the door in her face. Eventually, she left to stay with her parents. Turned out she fed her parents a load of bullcrap about how I was abusive and controlling. My father-in-law called me in the evening and wanted to know what had happened. I told him, complete and unfiltered truth. I didn't hold back because I didn't feel it was my duty anymore to protect her honor. My father-in-law was really hurt. He was a good, honest man. My mother-in-law, well, she blamed me as usual. I told her to bring my car over tomorrow at the earliest, or I'm reporting it stolen. I'm still in shock. I was going to marry this woman. If a spot hadn't opened up at grad school 16 months ago, I'd already have married her. Then what? Would she still have cheated on me? Would she have not done it and I'd been more attentive, as her mother pointed out? I'm feeling conflicted. I'd appreciate if someone can set me straight. Thanks. Update. It's been 5 days since I, 27 male, found out my ex-fiancé was cheating on me for 2 months. We were together for 3 years, during which time I was the main provider since she worked only part-time. I had given her a credit card. I canceled it yesterday. Today she called me to let me know it had been declined while out shopping with her mother. She told me to fix it ASAP because it was embarrassing. I wanted to laugh at her, but I didn't and just hung up. She's been messaging me since and saying stuff like, I'm still being a child. Shake my head. Anyway, I'm feeling a lot better than the first few days. I'm doing all the right things like making new friends, getting involved with my family, and seeking out the love and support of so many. I'm spending lots of times talking to girls on dating sites. So far, I haven't found anyone, but I'm talking and opening up opportunities for things to one day go somewhere. I know I'm not ready to start dating so soon, but I crave the connections. I oftentimes think of it as trying to fill the void left in my life by my ex. I just want to move on from this nightmare and get on with the new version of my life. Story 2. My wife, 26 female, has been cheating on me, 26 male, for 9 months. Only been married 3 years. What a last 5 days it has been. Found out through her Snapchat that she'd been seeing another man for the past 9 months. I found out while we were on our trip in Ireland. She never even told me there was a problem. She just decided to invest herself elsewhere. What's more, she told me she never planned to tell me. She was going to break it off by telling me that we had just grown apart and partly put the blame on me. Who does that? The very raw feelings of betrayal, disrespect, and sadness are constantly in my mind. Knowing that while I'm here messaging all of you, she's with him is probably the worst feeling. She told me she loves him and that she has a deeper connection with him than she's ever had with me. She now wants to separate, which, honestly, at this point, no kids, no home, is maybe the best way to move forward. I just don't understand how someone who claims to love me and care about me could do such an egregious thing and hurt me in the worst possible way. To lead a double life like that while she's playing with my niece and getting into bed with me every night after she's been at happy hour is unfathomable to me. Wouldn't you feel so much shame, guilt, and sadness to do such a thing to your spouse? I've been with this woman through thick and thin, and now I'm stuck thinking, what the hell did I do wrong? How could I have ever fixed what I didn't know was broken? Did she ever even take our marriage seriously? Just really lost right now. Update. My wife cheated and is leaving me. If you'll see from my past post, she wasn't remorseful. Told me she was never going to tell me and was going to break it off as though we had just grown apart. Now I'm wondering, who should I tell? We're college sweethearts to all her friends and my friends, and she's ashamed to know that all her friends are going to be disgusted with her. Still seems less shamed by the fact that she lived a double life for 9 months and was trying to preserve her own reputation instead of preserving our marriage. Now I find myself in this place where I can make her life miserable, or I can make it complete agony. I'm not going to post all the details on Facebook or anything, but part of me feels like I should be letting all our friends, even the less close ones, know about this to preserve my dignity. How have others dealt with this? Update 2. It's been officially 1 week since I found out that my soon-to-be ex has been cheating on me for 9 months with no intention of telling me, until I found it out myself. Everyone in this thread is saying the right things to me. Leave her. You deserve better. You could never trust her again. I agree with everyone for the most part, but I'm still fighting it. I spoke with my soon-to-be ex's sister last night for the first time. We're really close and she wanted to talk to me. I knew if I put it in here that everyone would caution me on what to say, but I did it anyway, and I told her everything. We started talking about the problems, that my soon-to-be ex seems to have a personality mood disorder, that she's turned into a completely different person, that her family has no idea how to save their daughter and sister. They're all scared of this new person she's become, and frankly, so am I. But the scary part about getting into these conversations is that I start to feel like she didn't cheat on me. Her disorder cheated on me. I play the if only game. If only she realized she has problems. If only she left this guy and started focusing on her family to help her. If only she showed up at the front door and said, I need help. These feelings are hitting me so hard today that I decided to take a personal day. I'm just not feeling like a productive person in society right now, which is making this all worse. Final update. 45 days in since I, 27 male, finding out about my soon-to-be ex was cheating for the past year. We were only married for 3 years. Adventure may hurt you, but monotony will kill you. This is actually her tagline on her Instagram. Crazy how people justify doing terrible things. Anyway, I'm feeling a lot better than the first month. I'm doing all the right things like making new friends, getting involved in my faith, and seeking out the love and support of so many. But what I find myself doing now is questioning all my motives. I'm spending lots of times talking to girls. Guys too, but more girls. Not that I'm doing anything with them, but I'm talking and opening up opportunities for things to one day go somewhere. I know I'm not ready to start a relationship, but I crave the connections. I oftentimes think of it as trying to fill the hole left in my life by my soon-to-be ex. I just want to move on from this fucking life and get on with the new version of my life. I'm sick of taking things slow or giving yourself time to process. I've been processing long enough. I'm sick of it. I just want to be done with that stage in my life and move on back into the singles scene. Is there an easy button to just turn all this off and move on? If so, someone let me know where. My patience for this grieving process is running thin. If you're ready to date, do it, but don't push yourself to do it. It sounds like you think that you'll feel better with dating. It might or might not make things work. Bring back memories. Make it clear that you're going through a rough divorce and is not looking for a serious relationship at the moment. Take things slow. It's okay to enjoy a night out, perhaps enjoy some affection, and just have fun. Keep things casual. There's no fast way to get over a broken marriage. Be glad you could get out of a marriage with a cheater at all and made a clean break. As for the pain, time will heal. There will be ups and downs, and then at some point, once that stops entirely, you can go and date and move on. The pain will come and go, ebb and flow. Accept that. Your wife seems to be in the fog, going by the tagline. They justify their awful actions and build a narrative, but after a while it'll break apart and they'll need to face the truth inevitably. Ignore her and move on. Now for some comments. If you talk to my friends, family, or even some of the people here, for the first few weeks after leaving my ex, I fought the advice so hard. Everyone feels that their situation is different or special, and it's just not. It's honestly part of the whole process. You're going to have crippling doubt and distress. About a month and a half-ish out, I can see everything with a lot more clarity. You just have to stay the course and trust the logic side of your brain. The emotional side is screaming a lot louder, but it's wrong. It will sound cliche, but this will take a lot of time. I'm 2.5 months from D-Day, and I'm still playing that if-only game. I wake up some mornings feeling hopeful. Maybe today is the day he'll realize what a horrible mistake he's made. His family members feel like he's had a mental breakdown just like yours. They're kind of giving him a pass because of this. Oh, he wouldn't act like this. It's his mental health issues causing it. They're very concerned and feel he's hit rock bottom. But one thing I'm learning, OP, is that there are plenty of people in this world who have mental illness who do not betray their spouses. It was still a choice. I guess we just have to take it day by day. Maybe they'll wake up one day, but we can't hold our breaths waiting. I feel like my life is on pause while I wait for this to pass. It doesn't help that my soon-to-be ex contacts me almost daily and tells me about his girlfriend cheating on him and making me have hope that this will shock him into reality. Well, he still hasn't come back. Actions are all we can trust right now.